The summer of 1986 in Mexico, a year when the sweltering heat of Central America seemed to give way to the heat of the World Cup pitches. In the 1986 season, the England national team thrilled fans worldwide, riding a proud yet arduous journey. With a generation of talented players and a physically demanding yet elegant style of play, the Three Lions not only reached the quarterfinals but also became an unforgettable part of the memories of an entire generation of football lovers. But behind those glorious moments, behind Maradona's hand of God, and the century-defining goal that brought England to a halt, lie lives with very distinct destinies. Nearly 40 years have passed, and time has etched different marks on their lives. Some have continued to conquer new heights on the coaching bench. Some have chosen a quiet path to contemplate life, and others have had to end their journey with immeasurable sorrow. Let's look back at the ups and downs of the players who formed the soul of that England generation. Terry Butcher embodied the warrior spirit, a cornerstone of the England defense that year. With his ideal height and fearless, physical style of play, he left an indelible mark on fans. At the age of 27, Terry Butcher displayed remarkable composure, playing all 5 matches and providing a strong morale boost for the team under immense pressure from their opponents. After the summer in Mexico, Butcher's career continued to flourish, particularly with Rangers in Scotland, where he became a living legend with consecutive national championships. His image with the white bandage wrapped around his blood-soaked head during the 1989 match against Sweden became an immortal symbol of loyalty and sacrifice. Butcher's personal life also experienced painful lows, most notably the death of his son, Christopher, a soldier who served in Afghanistan. This tragedy devastated the man of steel, but he rose again, using his grief to engage in psychological support for veterans. It's thought-provoking how the image of a warrior on the pitch seemed to strangely influence his life, compelling him to fight relentlessly both on and off the field. Today, at age 66, Terry Butcher lives a peaceful life with his family, occasionally appearing as a passionate football expert, and continues to inspire the younger generation with his perseverance. Glenn Hoddle was the heart and soul of the midfield, a true artist in England's physically strong 1986 team. With his masterful tactical vision and incisive passing, at the age of 28 he was perfectly positioned to lead the Three Lions play. Hoddle's performances showcased a different level of skill, a player who could make the ball obey his commands with unparalleled precision. Hoddle's career path after the tournament led him to Monaco under Arsène Wenger, where he was celebrated as one of the best foreign players in League One history. After retiring, he continued to make his mark as head coach of the England national team at the 1998 World Cup. However, his coaching career also faced many challenges due to controversial statements about spirituality, leading to his regrettable departure from the coaching position. Hoddle's personal life is a balance between fame and profound reflections on life. He suffered a serious stroke on his birthday in 2018, but thanks to timely medical help and unwavering willpower, he miraculously recovered. Most thought-provoking is how the image of an artist on the pitch always seeking perfection has manifested itself in his life, making him constantly yearn to explore spiritual values that transcend the green grass. Today, at age 67, Glenn Hoddle is a respected football commentator, living a peaceful life after the ups and downs of fate. Kenny Sansom is an irreplaceable choice on the left flank. At 27, he is a complete fullback with the ability to seamlessly transition between attack and defense. With incredible stamina, he played every minute of all 5 matches in Mexico. Sansom's performances demonstrated absolute consistency, making him a reliable barrier against some of the world's top attacking stars. After leaving Arsenal as a legend, Sansom's career gradually declined as he passed the peak of his youth. However, the real shock came from his life after retirement. Sansom fell into a spiral of alcoholism and gambling addiction, leading to homelessness and serious health problems. The images of his emaciated state in the newspapers saddened fans, who mourned the loss of a once glorious star. But in the depths of his darkness, Sansom found light with the support of the Professional Footballers Association and his former teammates. He bravely confronted his illness, participated in rehabilitation programs, and gradually regained his balance. The image of a silent hero on the pitch seems to be in stark contrast to his turbulent life off the field. Today, at age 66, Kenny Sansom is focused on his recovery and living a quiet life with his loved ones. Each step he takes now a relentless effort to overcome his own limitations. Peter Shilton is a great goalkeeper, an immortal legend in the England national team's goal. At 36, an age when many are already thinking about retirement, he still showed incredible agility and reflexes. Shilton's performance at Mexico 1986 demonstrated steely resolve, even though he was the victim of Maradona's hand of God goal. That moment has become a part of history, forever linked to his name. Shilton's career was astonishingly long. He played professional football until the age of 47 and holds the record for 125 appearances for the national team. After retiring, he actively participated in football activities, from coaching to being an ambassador. However, his life was also plagued by a gambling addiction that lasted for 45 years. With the wonderful support of his wife, Steph, Shilton overcame his inner demons and became an active speaker helping others in similar situations. It is thought-provoking that someone who always maintained such high concentration to protect the goal could at times let his life fall into such inescapable traps. Today, at 75, Peter Shilton is enjoying a peaceful life, frequently appearing at major football events and always holding his head high when talking about his glorious past, as well as his past mistakes. Gary Stevens, Everton defender, is an indispensable piece on the right flank. At 23, he brings youthful energy and enthusiasm to a scientific defensive style of play. With his intelligent positioning and accurate interceptions, he played the full 450 minutes in the tournament. Stevens' performances showed remarkable maturity, helping the English defense keep clean sheets in many important matches. After his World Cup success, Stevens won numerous domestic titles with Everton before moving to Rangers to continue his dominance in Scottish football. However, the most remarkable aspect of Stevens' career lies in his post-football career. Instead of pursuing coaching, he decided to attend university and become a professional physiotherapist. He moved to Australia to live and work, choosing a life completely different from the glamour of the pitch. His personal life was marked by the heartbreaking death of his youngest son, Jack, from leukemia in 2021. This tragedy fueled his dedication to charitable work supporting sick children. The image of a defender always protecting his teammates seems to have become a reality in his life, as he now directly treats and alleviates the suffering of patients. Today, at 62, Gary Stevens lives and works in Perth, Australia, finding happiness in helping others and living a meaningful life with his family. Gary Lineker was the heart and soul of England's attack at Mexico, 86, a true killer in the penalty box. With 6 goals, he won the Golden Boot, becoming a source of pride for the entire country. Lineker's performance at the age of 25 showed a terrifying sharpness. Every touch of the ball carried the breath of a goal. Notably, he was known for never receiving a yellow or red card throughout his professional career. After a hugely successful tournament, Lineker moved to Barcelona and continued to shine in Spain before returning to England to play for Tottenham. After retiring, he made a spectacular transformation to become a leading football commentator in the world, the face of the BBC's Match of the Day program. Lineker is also known for his progressive thinking, not hesitating to speak out on political and social issues on social media, even though this sometimes gets him into trouble with broadcasters. His personal life, after 2 failed marriages, remains civilized and close to his children. It seems that the image of a gentleman on the pitch has perfectly mirrored his personal life, helping him maintain composure and elegance in any situation. Today, at 64, Gary Lineker remains the most powerful figure in English football media, a successful and compassionate man who still retains his passion for the sport. Terry Fenwick was a cornerstone of the England defense that year, directly facing the most terrifying moments when Maradona scored the goal of the century. At 26, Fenwick was a steely center-back with a strong and sometimes cunning style of play to protect the penalty area. His performance in the tournament showed incredible dedication, even though he received 3 yellow cards, a testament to the fierce determination he brought. After retiring, Fenwick's career took an interesting turn when he moved to Trinidad and Tobago to become a coach. He achieved considerable success there, even being appointed head coach of the national team. However, Fenwick's life was also marked by controversies and legal troubles related to football contracts in the Caribbean. Off the field, Fenwick was a strong-willed and somewhat outspoken individual, sometimes leading him into unnecessary conflicts. The image of a defender always ready for physical contact on the pitch seemed to have become ingrained in his real-life personality. Today, at 65, Terry Fenwick remains involved in football in various roles, living a life full of ups and downs but never lacking passion for the game, and is still remembered as someone who fought to the very last breath against some of the greatest legends. Steve Hodge was a hard-working midfielder who played a crucial connecting role in Bobby Robson's 1986 team. At the age of 23, he offered stamina and excellent defensive support. However, Steve Hodge is most remembered in history for his action after the quarter-final match against Argentina. He exchanged shirts with Diego Maradona. That shirt later became one of the most valuable football treasures in the world. Hodge's career continued with successes at Nottingham Forest and Leeds United, where he won the English League title in 1992. After retiring, he became involved in youth coaching and wrote memoirs, sharing valuable experiences from his career. Hodge was a rather private and humble man. He never boasted about owning a historical treasure until he decided to auction it off in 2022 to raise funds and secure his family's future. It's thought-provoking that a quiet hero on the pitch like him inadvertently became a holder of a part of the soul of world football. Today, at 62, Steve Hodge is enjoying a peaceful life, away from the media frenzy, focusing on enjoying time with loved ones and occasionally sharing his football knowledge with the next generation. Peter Beardsley was the perfect partner for Gary Lineker in England's attack at Mexico '86. With his tricky play, intelligent tactical vision, and high ability to create breakthroughs. At the age of 25, he proved himself to be one of the best withdrawn strikers in the world at that time. His goal against Paraguay was proof of his sharpness and the masterful individual technique of a true artist on the pitch. Beardsley's career took him to the heights at Liverpool and Newcastle, where he was revered as a legend. After retiring, he transitioned to coaching at the Newcastle Academy. However, the final years of his coaching career were overshadowed by allegations of discrimination and bullying young players, leading to a temporary ban from football. This was a major shock to those who admired his gentle image on the pitch. Off the field, Beardsley was private about his personal life, always striving to overcome scandals and restore his reputation. It seems that the image of a talented playmaker on the field struggled to create a modern coaching environment. Today, at 63, Peter Beardsley lives a quieter life, avoiding public scrutiny and focusing on his family life, seeking to atone for past mistakes. Trevor Steven was a talented winger, part of Everton's legendary trio in the England squad that year. At 22, he was one of the youngest players in the starting lineup, bringing creativity and accurate crosses from the right wing. Steven's performances displayed a composed demeanor, making him a key element in the Three Lions tactics. After the World Cup, Steven moved to Rangers and became one of the most successful players in Scottish football history, winning numerous major and minor titles. After retiring, he didn't pursue a coaching career but became a football commentator and a successful businessman in sports media. He also dedicates much of his time to charitable activities related to the mental health of players. Steven's personal life is quite peaceful. He is known as a refined and educated man. It's noteworthy that his stability and reliability on the pitch perfectly mirrored his real life, helping him build a solid career after leaving the sport. Today, at 62, Trevor Steven is living a fulfilling life, frequently appearing on international television channels and still maintaining the demeanor of a true star. Peter Reid was England's true defensive midfielder at Mexico '86, a player who never seemed to tire. At 29, he brought the experience and ferocity necessary to protect the midfield. Reid's desperate pursuit of Maradona in the goal of the century became a symbol of perseverance, even though he ultimately couldn't stop the Argentinian genius. After a brilliant playing career, Reid transitioned to coaching and achieved great success, particularly at Sunderland, where he was immensely popular with the fans. He also spent time coaching the national team in Thailand. Reid is known for his outspoken, witty, and passionate personality. Off the field, he is a passionate horse racing enthusiast and lives life to the fullest, pursuing his personal interests. While a fierce warrior on the pitch, Peter Reid is a sincere friend and a captivating storyteller. Today, at 68, Peter Reid enjoys life as a freelance football commentator, occasionally advising teams, and still maintains his passion whenever the beautiful game is mentioned. Chris Waddle was one of the most technically gifted players English football ever produced. At the age of 25 at Mexico 86, he made a difference with his dazzling dribbling and superb left foot. Although he didn't reach the peak of his form at Italy 90 that tournament, Waddle was still a crucial player for Bobby Robson, always ready to make a difference whenever he came onto the pitch. Waddle's journey after Mexico led him to Marseille, where he became a major idol of French football and reached the Champions League final. After retiring, he became a renowned football commentator known for his insightful and frank opinions on radio. Waddle also tried his hand at music and had some catchy hits with his teammate Glenn Hoddle. His personal life is quite stable. He still maintains his romantic style with his hair now tinged with gray. What's noteworthy is how his free-spiritedness on the pitch has spilled over into how he enjoys life off the pitch. Relaxed, unconstrained, yet always full of passion. Today, at 64, Chris Waddle remains a significant voice in English football, living happily with his family and occasionally taking to exhibition matches to showcase his trademark skills. Mark Hateley was a quintessential English striker at Mexico 86. At 24, with his ideal physique and excellent aerial ability, he was trusted to lead the attack alongside Gary Lineker in the early matches. Although he didn't score in the tournament, his relentless runs created plenty of space for his teammates to shine. Hateley's career flourished at AC Milan and later at Rangers, where he became one of the best foreign players in the history of both clubs. After retiring, he became involved in football management and media. Hateley is known as a strong, decisive, and highly professional man. His son, Tom Hateley, also followed in his father's footsteps to become a professional footballer. It seems that the image of a solid tower on the pitch has been reflected in his life, making him a strong pillar of support for his family and career. Today, at 63, Mark Hateley lives in Scotland, is a global ambassador for Rangers, and regularly appears on top-tier football analysis programs, still maintaining the dignified demeanor and composure of a top-class striker. Ray Wilkins was the heart and soul of the England midfield, a true maestro, with an exceptional ability to control the tempo of the game. At the age of 29 at Mexico 86, he displayed great skill and creativity, although the red card against Morocco was a regrettable low point in his career. Wilkins was affectionately known as Butch, a true gentleman both on and off the pitch, with a dignified and kind demeanor. After leaving Mexico, his career continued to flourish at AC Milan and Paris Saint-Germain before returning to England to become a talented coach and commentator. Wilkins was known for his elegant demeanor, warm voice, and willingness to help younger generations at Chelsea and the England national team. He was a great bridge between generations of players, a living treasure trove of football knowledge. His life was a beautiful story of dedication and selflessness. He devoted much of his time to charity work and always kept the flame of traditional English football alive. However, that glorious and compassionate journey came to an abrupt end. On April 4, 2018, Ray Wilkins passed away at the age of 61 due to a sudden heart attack that resulted in severe brain damage. His passing left a huge void in the hearts of fans around the world. His legacy is not just his legendary banana passes or titles, but also a life story about his character and the kindness he spread throughout his 61 years on this earth. Brian Robson was the great captain of the Three Lions, an irreplaceable spiritual leader. At the age of 29 at Mexico 86, he was expected to lead the team to glory. However, fate played a cruel trick when a serious shoulder injury in the second match forced him to leave the tournament early in tears. The image of Robson leaving the field with his arm in a cast left fans with immeasurable regret, because everyone understood how valuable he was. Robson later became an icon at Manchester United, leading the club to its first titles under Sir Alex Ferguson. After retiring as a player, he transitioned to coaching, managing clubs such as Middlesbrough, West Bromwich Albion, and the Thai national team. He also battled throat cancer and once again demonstrated his indomitable spirit by miraculously overcoming the disease. Off the pitch, Robson is a calm, humble man with immense inner strength. The image of a superhero on the pitch, always ready to get back up after every fall, seems to have perfectly embodied his life. Today, at 67, Brian Robson is a global ambassador for Manchester United, living an inspiring life and remaining a symbol of the never-give-up spirit of the English.